This is the acid test for Burnley now. Only a win will do against their relegation rivals, who are winning games left, right and centre, but it's a game that Burnley really need to win if they're going to keep their dreams of staying in the Premier League very much alive. And this is how Burnley line up. 4-4-2 as usual. Heaton, Shackle, Trippier, Duff, me at the back four, Boyd, Arfield, Jones and Taylor in the midfield quartet, and it's Jutkiewicz and Ings up front. There is no Ashley Barnes, who's out for injury, and there's no Sam Vokes in there either as well. Now what about Leicester City? And there's Nigel Pearson there. Knows this is a big moment for him. He's going with a back three of Razalewski, Hoof and Morgan. 5 in midfield with Albrighton, King, Drinkwater and Cambiasso and Konchesky, and it's Joe Parton and Jamie Vardy up front. No place for former Burnley man David Nugent in the 16 today. Nigel Pearson's side have won 3 games on the bounce. A 4th one would take them out of a relegation zone, and it'd be the first time they won 4 in a row in the top flight since 1966. As for the Clarets and Sean Dyche, as we still look at Pearson, there is Sean Dyche. 1 win in his last dozen games, and that was against Manchester City on that brilliant Saturday night. How he could do with a win now, as Burnley look to try and get back into the relegation scrap to get out. But before the action, we're going to pay tribute now for a minute's silence in honour of the 50, well, at all grounds across the country, in honour of 56 football supporters who went to a match at Bradford 30 years ago on the 11th of May 1985 and sadly never came home. So let's pay our respects to the 56 who sadly died in that tragic fire at Bradford on the 11th of May 1985. And a magnificently observed, I have to say, from everybody around the 4 corners of Turf Bar and the players and everybody. That was an absolute joy to be, well, I say that was a completely respectful and dignified silence in memory of 56 people who went to a football match on the 11th of May 1985 and never came home. But it's back to this relegation 6-pointer today. The referee today, Anthony Taylor from Greater Manchester. So we're all set to go. He's just checking with the 2 goalkeepers. So this mother of all relegation 6-pointers then is underway, and it's Leicester kicking off, going from left to right in this first half. Burnley attacking the cricket field end in this opening period, and the first header won there by Shackle, and the ball breaks to Boyd, ball towards Jutkiewicz, and again Boyd goes in there and he finds Trippier this time. Trippier with an early ball in there, and Ings couldn't take that down. Sean Dyche had 2 options whether to partner Danny Ings this afternoon. It was neither going to be Marvin Soldell, whose only goals have come in the cup. That was against Tottenham, of course. And Jutkiewicz, who hasn't yet scored since joining last summer, for around about the £1.5 million mark. Monta's sending off was harsh, it has to be said, but that's the way of the world. And no Sam Vokes, of course, as well. So Striking options are a little thin on the ground at the moment as far as the Clarets are concerned. That's a good ball forward though towards Danny Ings. And Ings now will run at the defenders. Ings tries to get his shot in and it's headed away by Wes Morgan. It was half box in fact before Morgan got the header in. And then the ball now breaks kindly now for Leicester, but the ball goes out for a throw. And Leicester City can breathe a huge sigh of relief there. Wes Morgan there right involved in the opening stages of the game. And a long ball forward, but it's an easy one there for Kasper Schmeichel. And that's well won by Drinkwater now. There's a chance here for Leicester now to break forward. And Vardy waiting in the middle. It'll come here for Jamie Vardy. Now what can Leicester do here now? You've got Konchesky on the near side. Cambiasso. Vardy has stayed on side. There's the little cross and in came Shackleton, not it behind for a corner. He collided with his goalkeeper in actual fact. Real danger there for Burnley there. First real threat that Leicester have posed on Burnley's goal so far. And it was a dangerous cross there by Jamie Vardy, the former Fleetwood man. Wonderful cross. But Shackle got it away. Good defending there by the captain. So a corner to Leicester with just over nearly 9 minutes of the game gone. Headed away by Boyd. It'll be another Leicester City corner. The tension here at Turf Moor is almost unpalpable. Hoop and Morgan both forward from the back. Joe right on the 6-yard line. Being closely watched there, as you can see, by Mike Duff. There's the ball in there, and the header, and it's almost tucked away, almost off the line. My goodness me, Hooford won the header, and Leicester so close to opening the scoring here. Still, they haven't finished yet. It's Konchesky with another throw now. Burnley's ordeal, for the moment anyway, is not over yet by a long shot. Konchesky now will try a long throw into the penalty area. And again aimed towards Ujoa. Vardy was waiting there too. Konchesky now keeps it alive. Still the game being played on the near side. A lovely ball in there towards Vardy. Holds it up well. Drinkwater's in there too. There's the cross. And that will be Heaton's, and it's. So Burnley 0-0, we're going up towards the 20-minute mark. Shackle with a long ball forward. And Jukovic is jumping up there, a little clashing there, but a free kick to Leicester. Followed by Matty Taylor, who's not entirely happy with the decision. There's the player he fouled. Let's have a look at it again. There was 3 of them going in for that sandwich. I don't think there was anything wrong with that challenge from King. He did go down a little bit too easily, and he spotted the decision from the referee there, King. I think that's a harsh decision against Matt Taylor there, the evergreen Matt Taylor, who's got experience of relegation scraps in his time with Bolton Wanderers previously and Portsmouth, so he knows what the situation is, he knows what the score is in terms of trying to keep teams in the Premier League. He's got all sorts of experience. That's forward for Vardy, who gets the shot in. And a good save there by Tom Heaton, and had to be. Long ball forward from the free kick. There was a little bit of tangling there with Duff as well. There's the turn, but an easy one there for the goalkeeper Heaton. Trippier plays a wonderful blow down the right hand channel again for Boyd. And Morgan having to do some covering at the back there. And this is a really exciting but very, very tense afternoon. Trippier with the throw for the Clarets. Good play again. Now what can Trippier do here with the cross? He was fed by Ings. It's going to be a corner, I think. Yes, the linesman there just signalling that it was a corner. And it will be Trippier to take it. 20 players forward in claret and blue, as you would expect. Duffy's forward from the back. Shackle is there too. Jukovic and Ings towards the far post. So let's see. B is in there too. So let's see what comes of this corner. Headed on. Taylor's in there. Schmeichel saves. And it's all over. A goalmouth, really a goalmouth scramble, and it's somehow kicked away. Taylor should have scored. There's no question about it. The first header was run superbly by Duff. And in the end, Taylor couldn't finish it off. The ball back in again towards Jukovic this time. Still Burnley laying siege. That's the first massive threat that Burnley have had at the goal, and they almost profited from it. Here's Ben Mee to Jones. Mee had continued the, or Arfield rather, continued the run, not Mee. It's nervous tension that even gets everyone in the commentary box. Here's Vardy, no foul. Referee deciding to play on. Drinkwater. Vardy has gone past Trippier. Back to Drinkwater once again. Back to Konchesky. Morgan. And he slides away from a Clarets defender. Now Drinkwater once again. Konchesky a little slow to react. And Trippier will win that particular battle and get that to safety. But only as far as Morgan. And now Arfield and Trippier. Oof, I don't think there was. I tell you what, there's just about enough length from that back pass to get it back to the goalkeeper. And I had my doubts for a moment or two about that back pass. Here's Mee. Again, Heaton having to do a lot of kicking forward from back passes in this first period. Cambiasso, and that will fall for Kasper Schmeichel. Kicks long. Headed one again. Arfield. And now a chance here for Jutkiewicz on the break. Robert Hoof, who's signed on loan from Stoke, and that's a throw for Leicester City. This is the opportunity again for Taylor. Dufford won the first header, but that's a great save by Schmeichel, and it was kicked away. And this is how close Taylor actually came. Oh, you've got to say that was a magnificent save from Schmeichel. Top draw save. In a cagey game, you expect that. Both teams have had chances of plenty. That's a free kick to Leicester. It looks a little bit of a harsh one again from the referee. He's given one or two dodgy decisions in favour of Leicester City. There's no doubt about it. Dufford climbed up well. He's given it for a high foot, but I think Konchesky was leaning down. I don't think the foot was that high really, and in the end we've got a situation here for Leicester, and it's curling towards the penalty box, and a good take there by Tom Heaton. He looks absolutely commanding there in that Burnley goal. And so far it doesn't look as if we're going to see a significant breakthrough before half time. We're inside the last minute of normal time, by the way, here at Turf Moor, and it looks increasingly like we're going to end the first half completely utterly goalless. But as I say, it only takes a second to score a goal. A long ball forward up towards I think he was trying to get Ings in behind that time. No, it was Jutkiewicz in behind, and Trippier couldn't succeed in finding the £1.5 million signing from Middlesbrough in from the start today, because Ashley Barnes, as you know, is out through suspension. And a throw to Leicester City, 0-0 in one of the most tense games in the league this season for both these sides. Shackle, I've seen the Clarets on many occasions, and in most of the home games they've actually been very competitive, and I'm lucky to come off from the wrong side of defeat, certainly early on in the season when they were still playing magnificently. If only they'd have won against Sunderland, if only they'd have won against Newcastle, if only they'd have performed better against the likes of Arsenal and one or two others. We're now into time added on at the end of the first half. I don't know how long we're going to have, folks, so just bear with me as we see a foul there by Hoof on Lukas Jutkiewicz. 30 seconds into time added on for stoppages, and it's going to be, is it going to be Shackle to float one in? Well, at the moment Shackle looking for it. Sean Dyche asking there for calm. You need to be calm in an atmosphere like this. It's going to be left for Trippier now. It's no more than, what, 40 yards out. He's not thinking of a shot here, is he? It's balmy if he's going to have a shot from that range. In fact, he's floated it in, and in the end it's nodded away, and that's half time. We only played the 1 minute as it turned out, so 0-0. Both teams have had chances. Vardy's come close for Leicester, so too has Taylor. But at half time here in this massive relegation 6-pointer here at Turf Moor, it's Burnley 0, Leicester City 0, and we'll be back for the second half after the short break. So no changes from either side as we prepare to get the second half underway. 0-0 here in this relegation 6-pointer, and Burnley get us away. They're attacking the Jimmy McElroy stand away to my left. Leicester to their supporters behind Tom Eaton's goal to the right, sorry. So here we go then. Both in traditional colours. Burnley of course in claret and blue. Leicester in the all blue shirts with white shorts. White shorts as well for Burnley. And claret socks for them. And for Leicester it's blue. Here's an opportunity here. Foul by Cambiasso. And a free kick. First free kick of the second half goes to Burnley. And it'll be given opportunity for Kieran Trippier to float one in, you would presume. Might be Soldell in the background there. He could well be used as a substitute later on. He's not the most popular players around Turf Moor. People thought he was a sideways signing. Hasn't really set the light world on fire at his previous clubs, but he has worked with Dash before. Watford as that free kick king flying in there. That looked like a foul there by Ugella, but he's allowed to go on. And the ball forward, a long ball forward up towards Vardy, but Duff had won the header. Now it comes away, and another ball forward towards Jamie Vardy, but he comes out now as far as Cambiasso. Konchesky on the far side. Taylor to face him. That's a good cross, but it's nodded away by Shackle. Cambiasso trying to knock it in there, and it's going to deflect behind for a corner off Trippier. And really both sides really need to up their game in the second half if one of these two are going to get a result. Leicester of course, don't forget, have gone into this game having won 3 on the bounce. They're looking to win 4 in the spin and the top flight for the first time since 1966, the year of course England beat West Germany to win the World Cup at Wembley. So a Leicester City corner then to be thrown in from the far side. Hooper's in there and it missed everybody, but it's going to be kept in there. And again a cross comes in towards the Burnley penalty box and it comes out again. This is tension unbearable. The ball back in there. Morgan is still forward from the back. And is that a foul? Yes, says the referee, although Hoof may have... Well, Boyd is absolutely incensed by the decision, but I don't think Mr. Taylor's going to have any of it. Let's have a look at this decision again. Well, it looked like a foul there. Well, I think Hoofer's gone over rather easily. Well, I think that's a ridiculous decision. I think Hoofer's taken a 6.5 dive there. So a corner, so a free kick then, Cambiasso over it. There are 5 in the Burnley wall. Cambiasso said just another couple of yards back please. But I think they're more than 10 yards away. It's tense moments here at Turf Moor. Who's going to take it? There's a choice of 2. It's Cambiasso deflected, and I think it's gone over. I think it came off a Leicester player last, and it breaks out for a goal kick. Let's have a look at who it came off there. I thought it got a deflection, I have to say, but the referee said goal kick. It must have come off a Leicester player last. Absolutely definite. So Tom Eaton with the Clarets goal kick. Second half's going to be so tense in terms of drama and everything else. It's going to be a corner to the Clarets. Now we're going to see the real Burnley now come out in his second half. They were a little bit shy going forward. They've got to be less shy now going forward in the second half. They only yielded the one chance, but there's so much tension and so much at stake here in Lancashire this afternoon that you couldn't... That one mistake could cost one of these two teams dearly. There's the corner. Duff with a header off the line! Off the line by Ugella. And it's another Clarets corner. Mike Duff, yet again, like he did in the first half to set up the opportunity for Matt Taylor. He won the header again, unmarked, And he almost got the opening goal. Mike Duff, 37 years old almost now. In his 10th season at Turf Moor, £30,000 signing from Cheltenham Town back in the day. There's the corner back in. Still not away yet. It'll be kept alive by the aforementioned Duff. Under pressure now from O'Brien and Morgan. And it's a Leicester City throw. Well, it's all going to be tense now. But here come Burnley, here with Trippier, as we approach the hour mark here at Turf Moor. Burnley really going for it here in the second half. Trippier again. Has to play it back to Shackle though. And Duff. Shackle again. It'll be the long ball over the top this time. And indeed it is. A lovely ball forward, a lovely chest on. And Eggs is through. Danny Eggs! Good save, Schmeichel! And Kaczewski's there, but he's been pickpocketed. It's a penalty! A penalty to the Clarets! Taylor was found quite clearly there by Kaczewski. And the referee was absolutely right to give the decision. Here's the chance again. And that was a save initially from Schmeichel. It's a great save. But there's no doubt at all that that was a penalty kick. And Matt Taylor says he wants the opportunity. He's going to get it. He's earned the penalty, so he should have it. Although some would argue that Danny Ings should have got the vote to take the penalty. But Matt Taylor, who scored penalties before in relegation 6 pointers in his days at Portsmouth and at Bolton, has got the biggest chance now. But he's missed it! Oh no! Matt Taylor has missed the penalty! Oh, and how crucial could that prove to be? Sean Dyche, I don't think he can believe it. Neither can them fans. There's a few smiles there amongst them, but not inside, I'm sure. Here it is again. Oh. And he must have slipped as he went to take it. Oh, that is so unfortunate. And Taylor, I just hope that does not come back to haunt Burnley. I really hope not. Because Taylor, he got everything right and then he slipped at the crucial moment. And let's hope that's not a turning point. But he may spur Leicester on now. As Shackle goes for that one. Me. Jumping forward. It's all happening here at Turf Moor. And here comes Albrighton. There's two waiting in the griddle for the cross. And Davis trying to it. It's almost towards his own goal. And it's been turned in. And it's Vardy who's claiming it. It could have so easily been a death own goal. But instead of which, Jamie Vardy from about what? Half a yard out has tapped in. And how cruel this game of football can really be. 60 seconds ago, Burnley were looking at a 1-0 lead. And then Taylor slipped as he was taking his penalty. It went away off the post. And then 60 seconds later this happens. And it was innocuous really, a goal out of nothing. O'Brien had the freedom of the right hand side of the park. And the ball was crossed in. Maybe Tom Eaton should have said to Duff, leave it. It's mine. And Duff and Eaton really got in each other's way. And in the end, Jamie Vardy with the simplest of chances. You don't miss those chances. No sign of emotion from Nigel Pearson. And how cruel can this game of football really be? 60 seconds or more ago, Burnley were looking at going 1-0 in the lead. They hit the post from the penalty. And then 60 seconds later, the whole thing has turned on its head. And if Burnley are going to win this game, they need to come from behind and score twice. That is the way sometimes this game plays out. And they haven't had the rub of the green in recent weeks in terms of luck and decisions, the Clarets. There's no two ways about that. But it's a real shame. And you've got to feel for that man there in your picture. You really do. That is... He's a very experienced player. He's never been relegated from the Premier League in his days at Portsmouth or at Bolton. and it would be sad to see him relegated. He's such a talented player as well, even for his experience. He's very, very talented, and he has a terrific shot on him. But it was just one of those unfortunate moments where he just slipped on the turf as he was striking the penalty. On another day, that would have just shot straight past Schmeichel and into the back of the net. Here's Trippier. And now Ings on the chase, and it's marshalled away for a throw. Well, it's all happened here in the space of 60 seconds. And what was going to be complete euphoria is now turning into utter despair here for Burnley within a space of a minute and a half. They've got just under half an hour to save their skins. But I've got a feeling, a funny feeling, that it may well not be their afternoon. Here's Jutkiewicz. But Drinkwater can get it away for Leicester. Long ball over the top, and again Vardy on the chase. Shackle marshalling him. And he gets the decision, I think, and Shackle is not happy with the referee there. Let's have a look at it again. This will give us a more telling angle. Did this cross the line before Vardy get there? No, it didn't. Heaton had just kept it out, but it was going to be a formality, and Vardy stooped to conquer. And Burnley now, if they're going to get back into it, have got to come from behind. No doubt about it. This is now getting towards squeaky bum time here now. Here's me. Long ball forward again. Jutkiewicz is lurking once again. Cambiasso trying to get that away. He's trying to close down the clearance. And now it's all down to what can only be described as tension and nerves, and Burnley are playing on tension here. They need to really be positive and take any opportunity down that comes their way in the next 22 minutes or so. Here's Shackle. Over to Duff. Trippier on the right hand side, the far side. And that's a wonderful floated ball in. Jutkiewicz is there, but it's straight into the arms of Kasper Schmeichel. And sometimes when it's not going for you, it's not going for you. That's the man who's doing the damage for Burnley at the moment, or against them at the moment, Jamie Vardy. He's the man that divides these two teams, and Leicester on course for their fourth successive winning top flight football since 1966. That's 49 years ago since they last did it. And we're going to see a change here. Marvin Sordell is, and in fact a double change there for the Clarets. Marvin Sordell and Ross Wallace preparing to both come on here. And the Clarets really need something now. Here's Ben Mee. Me again. Boyd. Duff. Trippier. Jones is in space. He's faced by three Leicester City players and did well. Here's Trippier again. Good ball over the top, and Ings will chase it for all he's worth, but Morgan blocks his route off. Sean Dyche knows now that he has to play some cards, and here comes the substitutions. George Boyd there being replaced. Now that amazes me there. George Boyd has been Burnley's most creative player. Wallace is just as good, but Boyd is that extra bit of quality. Now I'd never understood that change. Now is Sordell coming on for Jutkiewicz? Yes, he is. So it was always bound to be like for like, but to replace George Boyd absolutely baffles me, really, because he's been our best player. That really does annoy me. But Sordell is on, and Leicester are about to make a change themselves. As you can see, it's going to be Brighton on there, who's done magnificently well. He's played well, set up the goal that Sparty has scored. And gets a good round of applause. And Delat comes on. This is the moment again, the penalty miss. This was the save, good save from Schmeichel. We've got to give him credit, the goalkeeper. That was a magnificent save. No doubt about the penalty, and then, oh dear, you fear for him. And then 60 seconds later, a calamity in the Burnley back four. Well, inside the last 10 minutes here at Turf Moor, and still Burnley looking for an equaliser which would get them back into it, and will give them a few minutes for stoppage time to get themselves back in. They need to score though. Here's Jones, Wallace, Duff, Wallace again. Jones is there, but the ball being towards Burnley. That's a good turn, and the ball in. Oh, they're almost an own goal by Hoof, and that was the bit of luck that Burnley thought they were going to get. But they hadn't reckoned on Schmeichel making another extraordinary save. He made one world-class save to deny Taylor in the first half, and he's made another world-class save to prevent an own goal. Here's Shackle towards Sordell, but it's knocked away again. And still not away yet. It'll drop here maybe for Ings. Ings trying to dink it towards Sordell, but Schmeichel is there. And here it is again. The ball forward. Ben Mee took the ball beautifully, waited for the ball to come to him. The ball across, and Schmeichel, that is a great piece of goalkeeping. And as you see here, Mee waxing in for all his might. It looks as if it's going to be an own goal, but Schmeichel does magnificently. 6 minutes to go. Jones. Well, now this is going to be a real signal for Burnley here. Can Scott Arfield provide something? Sordell trying to get it through to Arfield. The ball's there to be won, and that's a foul, says the referee. And look to Tad Hart. Oh, he's booked him. Absolutely ridiculous. He went for the ball. He mistimed his challenge. I think the referee's got it. I think the referee's gone a bit too far there. There was nothing in that at all. Yes, the foot may have been fractionally high, but no more than that. I think the referee could have erred on the side of caution and just let Wallace off with just a free kick. I felt that was a poor decision to give a yellow card. And one was spilled for poor Matt Taylor, who's been substituted. The poor fella. He's an experienced lad. He's been there, seen it, done it, got the t-shirt. And the former Wolves man, Kitely's on now. The remaining 5 minutes or so that remain. Here is goalkeeper Heaton. Throws it straight out, and that was a risky one for the goalkeeper, but Mee got the ball instead. Sordell is spiraling there, and Kitely has won the ball. In fact, he pickpocketed him. Ings on the turn. Sordell waits in the middle towards Sordell. Oh, the chance for Wallace. Wallace with the opportunity to get an equaliser. There were two Leicester players down in the penalty box. Wasilewski is one, as we see the opportunity again for Wallace, who got the late injury time equaliser at the King Power earlier on in the season. You may remember from that 35-yard free kick. Wonderful cross by Mings. And Konchesky and Wasilewski had actually collided with each other. Now they need to go off the field surely for treatment. Sean Dyche knows that was a great chance for Wallace. Now the referee has got to take some guidance here. Surely that both of them have to be off for treatment. They're receiving treatment there on the field. And one of them looks to be okay. Wasilewski looked to be in some considerable pain, but doesn't appear to be. The other one doesn't appear to be as well. Sean Dyche having a consultation with the players. It's all happening here. There are 4 minutes just under to go. Well, they know that they're running out against past here, the Clarets. But surely the referee's got to take action and take the two Leicester City players off. If they're under FIFA laws, I mean, Konchesky's alright to play. He's not going to keep him on. They're keeping him on. They're keeping him on. The referee's got to stop this. The referees are allowing the two injured players to carry on. I just find that absolutely ridiculous. And the referee, they have wasted sort of, 2 or 3 minutes of time for an injury, and they should be off the field. Under FIFA regulations, they should be off the field until fit enough to come back on. I just find that amazing, and something I just do not understand. Well, it might be a little minor thing, but the referee there, I'm afraid he's losing control of this. In the biggest of all games, it's leaving Leicester sort of an advantage. They're acting with a challenge. Shackle is there. But the referee there has got to sort himself out. Here's Kramaric now with the cross. Out to the far side. And now, an opportunity here for Leicester. Good save by Eden again. Well, this has been a remarkable game of football. Whatever happens now, it's back with Heaton once again. There are 2 minutes left to go. Heaton with the kick. But I'm afraid to say the referee there in that injury incident has not done himself any favours at all. And I think the FA need to take a stance against that sort of refereeing. It's just favouring the away team, in my opinion. And any kind of biasness should not be allowed. And I'm afraid to say, Anthony Taylor, you have not done yourself any favours with that particular incident with Vasilevsky or Konchesky. That's poor. Here's Kiteley. Jones. They're running out of time here, the Clarets. The ball in there, and he's turned away. Sordell can't quite get there. It'll be maybe there for Jones. And it's knocked away. And Burnley will have to try and retrieve the ball as quickly as they possibly can. Here's Ben Mee. Scotty Arfield. One cross in there. The flag has stayed down and it's going to run dead for a goal kick. And Leicester, they'll feel they can waste a few more seconds, but I'm afraid their blatant time wasting and their blatant cheating, certainly from the injury, has certainly irked a lot of people around Turf Moor, and Sean Dyche making that point perfectly clear to the fourth official. Shackle gets it forward. We're now into stoppage time. Headed away. Now how long have we got there? 5 minutes quite clearly it says. So 5 more minutes for Burnley to try and snatch something here. A draw would not be a complete disaster, although it wouldn't be ideal. They've got a free kick here, and the referee now, who's got 1 or 2 decisions right, but basically has got 1 or 2 decisions badly wrong, and has not done the referee paternity any favours here. He can afford to smile, the referee, but I don't think he's done himself any favours with certain incidents this afternoon. Here's the free kick now to be taken here by Trippier. It's everybody forward for Burnley. It's kitchen sink time almost, and it's tucked away once again. And it will drop here for Kramaric, and he's away from Duff now, and it's almost 2-on-2 here. Kramaric leading the charge, and Matty James is making a terrific break to the right of him. Good save by Heaton. That was a magnificent big hand to turn it away. Kramaric trying to turn again, and Heaton with a big right hand turning it away. Magnificent goalkeeping. Here's Trippier now knocking it forward, and it's won again by Morgan. Cambiasso just knocking it away, and Bardi now, who hasn't stopped running. He's got Kramaric towards the centre, and he's bound for a free kick. And that's more frustration heaped on Burnley. There could have been even more as Kramaric led the counter attack. James did it through, but what a big right hand. Terrific goalkeeping. The disappointment etched on their faces tells many a picture. We're halfway through the stoppage time period, and Burnley have not got much time, probably about a couple of minutes if more. And here goes Sordell on the chase. Sordell now trying to yield a corner, and he hasn't successfully done so. Morgan blocked his path, and Leicester now, even though they, in my opinion, are not really entitled to do so, will waste a few more seconds here, and to see out what they'll feel is a deserved victory. But on the balance of play, was it really? Shackle is the furthest man forward there, as you can see, and he's standing about 10 yards offside there. That would have been amazing if Burnley were to get the ball forward straight away. Shackle has to get back. He's going to stay forward. They might as well throw everything at it now, Burnley. Why not? Here's the flick on to Sordell. Wallace. Ings is on the chase. Danny Ings deflected. It will be a corner. And now the throw of the dice. It's going to be applied now by the Clarets now. We are dealing within 30 seconds or so. It's seconds or so. Prayers being offered by Burnley fans. Me and Shackle both forward from the back. Eden has gone forward as well. Penalty, Charlie! Oh, the referee's not giving it. The referee's not giving it. He looked a clear foul on Shackle. And the referee was in a magnificent position here. Look at it. It's a push. It's the most blatant push you will ever see in your life. And Hoover's clearly pushed him. And the referee clearly saw it. But hasn't given it. I don't believe it. I just do not believe the referee there. Now look to penalty. If the first one certainly looked a penalty that they got, the second one was surely even more cast iron. Amazing decision for the referee not to give it. Here's Wallace. We're dealing in seconds now here. At the end of the game, and Trippier now bursting forward. The cross in towards Sordell, and it's tucked away by James. And the referee has brought the end to the game. And Burnley have lost. How cruel. Because the officials, in my opinion, at certain stages during the second half, did not do their job, and they were not fair on Burnley. But take nothing away from Jamie Vardy's strike. It was a magnificent goal. But you've got to feel the man that's got to feel the most sympathy is Matt Taylor. His penalty miss proved to be crucial, and it's Leicester who get all 3 points.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the outcome's what we were searching for, which is a win. We didn't get that, and you know, I'm not disappointed in the performance. You know, we've created chances again. I'm really pleased with the patience the players showed, because the crowd get nervous. Good nervous, I must say. I thought the crowd were excellent today again. They're staying by the team all the way through this season, and so I don't mean it's that will and that demand from the crowd, and it can make players, you know, get the ball forward too early. We stayed patient, and that allowed us to create what I felt were really good chances today. And of course, you know, a big chance with the penalty, of course. Their keepers made 3 or 4 big saves from. One from a deflection is a big save, you know, on a day like today. So, you know, a real cruel game today for us, I felt.
You've got to give him Matty as well, taking a penalty, because it's not like he's not experienced in taking big penalties.
No, that's right. He's you know, taken big penalties in the past, and I thought he did well, actually. You know, his first game for a long time, and I thought generally he did well. Got the penalty, took it, and unfortunately it didn't go in. And you know, but like I say, he's so experienced. You know, I never doubted the penalty, but sometimes it doesn't work.
And within, must be 60 seconds, you're behind. Is that just a case of switching off after the penalty, or is it just one of those?
No, not really. I think if you look at the game, it was a goal kick. So there, of course, the game dies. They kick it forward. We were in a header. We were in a second header. It's just really a hopeful ball into a good area, I must say. You know, and sometimes that's, you know, it does create a goal. And really, it was a goal out of nothing. You know, Defoe's stretching. He was excellent again today, Defoe, but he's stretching, gets on his studs. Tom makes a big save. I've seen it back, and it's actually a save, and that lad follows it up, and it's a disappointing one, because it's almost a nothing goal from a nothing situation. But it just goes to show you, we'll need them. You know, we need them sometimes, you know, and we haven't really had one of those scruffy ones. I thought we had one first half when Duke's nicked one and the keeper makes a save. Second half, very good play to get Ings in, the keeper makes a save. Deflection, keeper makes a save. Ross Wallace doesn't quite connect, keeper makes a save, we miss a penalty. They're big chances, and we know this is a league you have to take them. We're creating them, but you've got to take them.
And that's probably the thing again today, even though with no goals, which 6, 7 and 8 now, maybe 6 and 7, I'm not quite sure what it is, but that's probably been just come at the wrong time for everybody, really.
Yeah, of course, you know, goals change games, and as I suggested, it's not just the physicality of a goal, it's the feel of a game, you know. And I think we're all aware the penalty goes in, the whole feel of the stadium is upbeat, and I think they're on the back foot, because I think we had them on the back foot certainly in the second half. And, you know, we keep working. You know, it's relentless, this business. We tagged ourselves relentless last year, and it is a relentless business. The next one will come round, and we've got to go and play, and we've got to play hard, and we've got to win games. It's simple as that.
I was going to ask you, where does that leave you? Because Hull's victory and Leicester's means, I think it's 5 points now, 4 to go, so it's still very possible, but it's going to need a real effort now, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And the one thing we've just seen is a side who have managed to get 4 wins on the trot. Now, you know, with all due respect to them, if they can do it, there's no reason why we can't. You know, tough games, but every game's a tough game in the Premier League, so our belief is strong. I mean, the players are hurting, of course, but they know they're frustrated, actually, because that performance today is one of many that have been good enough to win a game, but you've got to take chances to win games.